I know what you're thinking. Impossible, right? In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you 5 focuses that if you master them, I promise you, you might not win 5 gold medals, but I guarantee you, you will become a much stronger and more powerful tumbler. But first question, when you have a house, a building, or any other structure, what is the most important component of that structure? You guessed it, the foundation. And what is the foundation of every tumbling pass?
I know, pick me!
You guessed it, the roundoff. By the end of this video, you will understand 5 roundoff focuses that if mastered, you may not get a skill named after you, but I promise you, you will become a much stronger and more powerful tumbler. But be sure you watch to the end, because mastering 4 out of 5 of these focuses won't cut it. Focus number 1, the run. Now when you're running for floor exercise, you only get 2 to 3 steps, so it's very important that you make each one of those steps count. Now in the high knee wall drill, you want to make sure you lean into that wall like you're trying to push the wall and drive your knee through the wall. And you want to make sure you're pushing through your back toe. It can be done in singles, in doubles, or in triples. Now when the overstride drill, you can get 3 place markers and work on your first 3 steps, making them as long as possible. First, you want to start with them kind of close together, but then over time, you want to make them longer and longer and longer until your steps are as long as you can possibly make them. Focus number 2 is the hurdle. Now it's very important when you do your hurdle for your tumbling pass that your hurdle does not go up, but it goes out, and you make it as long as possible. Now my 2 favorite hurdling drills are the hurdling extension drill and the running hurdling drill. Now, in the hurdling extension drill, you want to get 2 place markers and hop on 1 foot as far as you can and do this over and over. And in the running hurdling drill, you want to run, hurdle as long as you can and continue running. Focus number 3 is the kick. Not that kind of kick, silly. Now there's 3 good ways to practice this. You can practice from your knees, on a wall, or from a lunge. That had nothing to do with the video, by the way.
Show off!
Focus number 4 is the handstand. Now this particular focus is probably the most essential of all 5 focuses. And let me tell you something, after a lifetime of gymnastics and over 2 decades of coaching, 95% of coaches teach this wrong. You've probably heard that in your roundoff, your hand placement goes something like this or like this. But let me ask you, do a handstand like that. See, it's just common sense. A roundoff has a handstand in it. And how do you place your hands in a handstand? Like this. But you see, unlike a cartwheel, my fingers don't want to be pointed to the side, or else my roundoff is not going to be powerful and go crooked. I want my fingers to be pointed behind me, so my belly can be pointed the direction I'm going, and then my roundoff can go straight. But I don't want to put both of my hands down at the same time, or else I cause some problems with my roundoff. You want to put one hand at a time to get to this position. Now, a great way to practice this is to practice on your one-handed cartwheel. But make sure when you put your hand down, your fingers turn backwards. Now, once you've mastered that, you can work on what I call the roundoff entry handstand. And make sure when you come out of your handstand, you do a forward roll, therefore assuring that you hit vertical. You can do it with a wall or without a wall. And last but not least, focus number 5 is the snap down. Now the snap down is essentially made up of 2 drills. The blocking drill, which you do by pushing through your wrists and shoulders, kind of like you're shooting a basketball. You can do it on your hands and knees or against the wall. And also the snapping drill, which you can do laying on your back. Then all you gotta do is add the handstand. And now we have a strong roundoff, the foundation for our tumbling pass. So am I saying that all you have to do is master these 5 focuses and you'll tumble like Simone Biles? Nope. There's a lot more that we can examine, but unfortunately, we're out of time today. So make sure you subscribe so you can be the first to get the next video as I continue to uncover Simone Biles' secrets so that you can become a much more powerful and efficient and effective tumbler.